Hey, what's up guys, Khraze here, and in today's video I will be teaching you everything you need to know about the Galactic Hub project. I've spent the vast majority of my No Man's Sky series in here, so it is finally time I went over its much needed overview. Since No Man's Sky kinda got back into the news lately, I see many of my newest subscribers wondering what the heck is the Galactic Hub and how can you even get there. So I will cover everything from what the official Galactic Hub is, how and when it was formed, its purpose, as well as how you can reach it. We'll also take a look at some of the coolest things you can find here, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. First and foremost, the Galactic Hub project is the largest and oldest community by far in the universe of No Man's Sky. Think of it as this game's first ever civilization. It was created soon after the Pathfinder update, as that was the first time base sharing was ever possible between players. The main purpose of the hub was and still is sharing in-game content, discoveries, as well as helping each other out. If you checked my Galactic Hub adventures, you'd see that the Galactic Hub includes a lot of amazing things such as very rare and lush planets, amazing fauna and flora, farms that generate millions of units for you, extremely rare starships and multi-tools, technology blueprints that are really hard to find, and it also serves as a general gathering point for players. The civilization was originally created in only one region, almost 100,000 light years away from the center of the Euclid galaxy. It eventually expanded into a total of 11 additional regions, as well as into other galaxies as well. After the big universe reset in the Atlas Rises update, the entire civilization relocated into the region we call Shanka Void, but there are many more other regions occupied around the hub as many more players started visiting. Currently, there isn't an official capital chosen, as the previous one kinda got destroyed by the universe reset, but there are several star systems that serve as guiding points. One such system is the one situated at the top of the main region of the hub. If you're on PC, it goes by the name of Circased, while the PS4 version of it is named Top of the Tree 2. Members of the community are known as interlopers, which is one of the terms alien lifeforms refer to you as. It is also one of the first words that you learn in the game, and since it is used so frequently, the hub simply adopted the terminology and made it their own. In order to reach the Galactic Hub, you can do it in two main ways. First, you can travel there manually and with the help of black holes as well as the Pilgrim Star Path website. I don't really recommend this method anymore as it's overly complicated, takes a very long time, and it's heavily based on luck. You will be mostly using what we call black hole roulette. It was the main way to get to the hub prior to the introduction of portals in the Atlas Rises update, but nonetheless it's now pretty much obsolete and I don't recommend it anymore. A better way to get there is to simply use a portal towards one of the main regions of the hub. On both PC and on the PS4, the official porting system is Circased, aka Top of the Tree 2, and this will bring you to the central region of the Galactic Hub. Be warned that you will need to have discovered most of the glyphs in order to input the address at your nearest portal. Upon doing so, you'll need to travel to the closest base, preferably by exocraft so it takes faster. Once you claim that base, head back over to the portal, go through it and onto the space station from your previous solar system, and from there take the portal back to the hub. While this might sound overly complicated, it's easier in practice than it sounds. The reason we have to go through all of these loopholes is because there is no current way of transporting your ship through a portal, nor can you summon it from the other side of the galaxy. Upon reaching the hub, I strongly recommend you also read the simple rules regarding the naming conventions, especially if you plan to make your own base there or to name discoveries. I also suggest paying attention to where you are teleporting and claiming bases so you won't ruin someone else's work. When it comes to occupied regions, as I've said, the Galactic Hub officially hosts 11 regions, as well as additional smaller ones around it as more and more people stopped by. I won't name them all as there are too many, but there are a handful of them with great importance. Hub 1, Shanka Void, which sits at the very heart of the hub. Think of it as downtown Galactic Hub. Out of all the regions, this is probably the only one that's almost 100% fully discovered. It also hosts the previously mentioned port system called Circase, aka Top of the Tree 2, if you want to get a portal to it. And there are also several farms over there as well as player bases, but it's generally not used that much for that. Hub 11 Dugerad Adjunct is the designated farm region though. Here you can both set up your own farm as well as visiting the ones from other players, but just be careful where you claim a base because you might end up ruining someone else's already existing farm. So yeah, just be careful with that. Hub 10 Abus Terminus is what they call the embassy region. These also host a lot of dedicated portal to travel to, so all in all these are the three main occupied regions. Inside the Galactic Hub there are plenty of very good looking systems you can explore as well as bases for you to collect from, which in turn will earn you huge amounts of units. Both the PC and the PS4 communities have their own entries on the Galactic Hub wiki, so I'll urge you to go ahead and check all of them out for your respective platform. I will mention though that the PS4 community is slightly larger and a little bit more organized than the PC one, but nonetheless, no matter which platform you're playing on, you're gonna be good. Personally, I have found a lot of good farms in the hub that I strongly recommend. They yield huge amounts of units and are really easy to get to. The benefits you get by traveling to the hub are many, so I'll just go ahead and name a few of them. First of all, documentation. As I've said, much of the region in the hub and their content has been documented, making it easier for you to find and acquire desirable ships, multi-tools, freighters, technology blueprints. There are an insane amount of fascinating worlds with their own flora and fauna. There's useful resources and much more. You can also contribute to this knowledge with your own discoveries as well as registering as an interloper for the Galactic Hub census. There are also many multiplayer elements here. Since this is probably the largest community in the galaxy, you're more than likely to encounter other players and play together with them. While there are certain limitations currently to the game, the next update will improve it by a lot and you're going to have a lot of fun in it. You can also visit other players' bases. There are plenty of good ones in there and you'll most likely get rich way faster than you would do on your own. Participating in racetracks either built by you or by other interlopers is also an option. You can race others or try to beat their previous records. I also suggest checking out the Shanka Cantina as it is the main gathering spot in the hub. You can also live in the hub. You can claim a base over there on your favorite planet and set up a farm for other players to come and visit. Just be careful, as I've said previously, not to claim somebody else's system. There are still plenty of undiscovered star systems on both the PC and the PS4 version of the game. Hub 11 Dugerad Adjunct is the designated farm region, so you can go ahead and settle up there, but there's no restriction to it. You can pretty much go ahead and put it anywhere you want as long as you don't bother others. There's also an official mission board on the Galactic Hub wiki page. You can see it over there and I will post a link to it, and doing these missions will earn you rank points. Of course, they are outside of the game, they are pretty much made by the community, but they are a pretty nifty little RP thing you can do. As I've said, the Galactic Hub project has expanded into other galaxies as well. There are branches of the hub in the Hilbert Galaxy, Calypso, Azentam, to name a few. The Galactic Hub also has its own council made out of the people who started this project as well as others who got in along the way. All of this project is very well organized, so it's definitely worth it to get over there and have fun. There's so much documentation and so much helping out there within the community that you're gonna have such a good time, and it is now worth it, especially with the next update that promises to give us a full multiplayer experience. So all in all, the Galactic Hub project is such an amazing big community. It even got recognized by gaming sites such as Kotaku as well as Hello Games themselves. I hope that this answered all of your questions about the Galactic Hub in No Man's Sky and convinced you to finally get here if you didn't already. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like to the video if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget about the notification bell, and I will see you guys in our next adventure.